What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. OG here, and we are in season 2 of FC26, which is crazy, right? At least for me, it feels like time is flying by. It feels like just yesterday I was playing the beta, and here we are heading into the next season. As you see, I upgraded to premium. I used 1,000 FC points, otherwise $10. If not, you can use 500k worth of your coins. Totally up to you. If you think you don't need premium, then don't get it. So what I'm going to do for you is go through and tell you exactly what you get out of it, and then you be the judge. To each their own, right? So right off the bat, welcome to premium. You've acquired the premium season pass. Get rewards from levels you've previously unlocked and keep earning SP to level up and unlock all remaining premium rewards. We already know all that, so it looks like they're showing the premium rewards. The first player here is Orojo, the right back, Premier League Mexican International. Pretty rare find right there if you go look at Mexican usable cards. So we'll have to see. I have Charles there right now, the women's Chelsea player, who's a beast. The women's wingbacks with, how the meta is this year. I don't know if I'd switch. He's not. I think he's like 5'7", 5'8", something like that. We'll just have to see how he performs on the pitch. You got the Hurricane home kit, not a bad little kit. If we keep going here, I always skip this, but even if I played a manager career or player career or whatever, I like making up my player, right? Or making up a team and then trying to take them to the top with, the realistic players that the game has. If you bring in icons, it's almost like cheating. So anyways, that's just my opinion on that. Not that I play, but a good amount of SP you get. I think you get some as well from the regular version, but definitely from the premium, right? You get Vasquez. Looks like a pretty powerful center back. Obviously, the Mexican national team is prominent here. When we get into the silver icons, you'll see the Brazilians and the Germans are as well. It's a World Cup year, so even though the rights to the actual World Cup aren't acquired by EA Sports, they're still celebrating the world's biggest football tournament, if you will. CB Rolls Plus, that could be huge, right? We'll have to see the details on that. We got a Brazilian here, Igor Pixau, wow. You guys tell me how to pronounce that. More SP, Fabinho. He had a meta card. What was that? 2-3 years? Was that 23 or 22? 22, 23. It's crazy, man. 22, I started my competitive journey, and somewhere along the lines, he had a special promo card that was insanely good. I remember it was back during the token era. All right, like this. Okay, so 4 times 82 plus, 83 plus. Sweeper Keeper, I need this for Khan. Hopefully, we'll have to see if there's a limitation on rating, overall rating, but I hope not, because I like using Sweeper Keeper and build up, as far out as I can get my keeper off the line. Just gives them a good head start when they need to take the ball off the keeper's foot. I don't know why more people don't utilize that, but that's my favorite keeper and player role, and Khan only has defender. Goalkeeper plus though. Finesse shot plus, nice. Skin there. Cornerstone skin. Right back roll plus, right wing roll plus, and left wing roll plus. Okay. Right, and then of course the Rodrigo card to top it off. Now, for me personally, so this is the pinnacle. If you're free season pass user, you would get Lozano. Still a very good card, man. Like, he's had some good cards over the years. Never really a popular player though, but definitely usable. And then of course premium, you got Rodrigo. So Brazilian and Mexican players. But then it's funny because in the silver icons they went with Germany and Brazil, right? I guess it's similar to the first year they had Yashin from Russia. They had Eusebio, Portugal, Garincha from Brazil. It was kind of a wide array, and then the season pass was like England, and I think like there's some U.S. players in there. But anyway, whatever their rhyme and reason is, this Rodrigo card could be ridiculous. I have my best packing of the year being Hansen. Don't think he's going to replace her. I mean, she's so ridiculously good, but Rodrigo's had some insane cards. I packed his, I think it was his 93 last year, and it was a live card, I believe. It kept going up. It ended up going to 94, 95, if I remember correctly. That was a great card, so we'll have to see how it performs. This year, more than ever, it's not about overall rating. It's about the body type, accelerate type, how the players feel on the pitch. So I got premium. You just saw the premium rewards. You decide if it's worth it or not. It's really to each their own, depending on how much you play the game, what you've seen useful out of those. I mean, the packs do come in handy. It's nice as you're moving along. I finished with about 2 weeks remaining in the amount that I got from the premium pass, which many of you know if you got the Ultimate Edition, then you all got the premium pass season 1. You get quite a bit out of it. So don't just look at the main players. Well, you could do whatever you want, but if I were you, I would look at the overall value that you get, all the different packs, the evolutions, whatever it is, and decide if you want to spend. If you do get it, I would spend the $10. I wouldn't waste 500k coins in it. Or if you're hard pressed for money and you want the premium bad enough, spend the 500k coins. But I would say if you can't put it on FC points, don't get it. Keep the coins. That's my 2 cents. You guys let me know in the comment section what you decide to do. So let's get into the rest of Season 2, going into objectives. Of course, you have your typical seasonal rewards, but then the beloved silver icons, right? And if you've done the rest, which I did, it took me the longest to get Eusebio. I actually finished them towards the end of the actual silver tournament, right? I used enough Portuguese players in that tournament to finish them up. And there's some pretty hard challenges. I would say Eusebio still has the hardest. But you see here, you can either score in 65 separate matches using a Brazilian cam, or win 40 matches by 2 goals, but you have to have 6 Brazilian players in your starting 11. For Jairzinho, and out of this one, by the way, obviously I'd go the 65 with the Brazilian cam. Unless, you want to do a team full of Brazilians and get your squad battles each week. 65 matches, let's see. So 16 per week. What would that take you? 40. About 4 weeks it would take you if you do all 16. Roughly 4 weeks of the 16 games. Now you can play extra in squad battles, but 16 is the max where you get rewards. So if you want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, you put, if you want to do it even quicker, you put 6 Brazilian players in, or at least a Brazilian cam. And then you go down like that. For Jairzinho, you would put, let's see, well, this one's easy. It's just 60 with the right wing, or 5 Brazilians in your starting 11. You'd already have 6 from here, so you'd knock both these out. It's just win 30 there, win 40 there. So these two, you would get them knocked out doing the same thing, just a little bit more, 10 more games here. And you'd have the 2 best players in this, which are Pele and Jairzinho, arguably, right? Carlos Alberto, Gerd Muller, they're both excellent. Beckenbauer, obviously. So then we move down to the last Brazilian on the list, Carlos Alberto, win 30, while having 1 Brazilian defender, which you would have, you could add to this, right? And then you move to Gerd and you get 25 matches while having 3 Bayern Munich players. Win 15 using a German CDM for Beckenbauer. Okay, so if we make this squad, it's going to be 6 Brazilians, right? It's going to be 3 Bayern Munich players, so that's 9. One of those you want to make a German Bayern Munich CDM, okay? And then the other 2 don't really matter, right? So you can easily put a team together and get these done, and it looks like it would take you, what's the max amount? 40 matches. 40 matches in total, okay? As long as you make sure you get that, what is that? Just win. Oh, yeah. And the assists, here it is. as long as you assist in 15 out of those 40 total matches, right? 15 out of those using a German CDM. Along the way, you will just check off these players. So 40 total matches, I mean, that's much quicker. You can get that done in what? 3 weeks? 3 weeks of squad battles. You, like I said, that's if you're just playing to the maximum amount where you get the rewards, the 16 matches. So do that, right? 6 Brazilians, 3 Bayern Munich's players, and then make sure one of them is a German CDM, right? Simple enough. So these are much easier than the last season's players to get. Some of them were easy last season, but definitely nowhere near the Eusebio. And then I think Moore was pretty difficult. Charlton was like mid, and then Yashin and Garencha, for me at least, were pretty easy. I got those pretty quickly. So you can decide if you want to do those. I would. Each season they're going to have a silver cup. There's some pretty good rewards in it, and it was fun, right? It was decently sweaty, but I feel like that's what the gauntlets and the tournaments and these silver cups, they're just bringing a different flavor to the competitive mode. So you can build quite a solid team when you add these. Obviously, you already have Garencha, so Jairzinho, he can play left wing, inside forward, plus plus. Pele, see, can he play Cam? Play him at Cam. Shadow Striker, plus plus at Cam behind Eusebio, if you got Eusebio. If not, you could play him striker if you wanted. Carlos Alberto, I'd play him at center back. And then you'd have Gerd Mueller. Oh, so this is where... So you got to go 4-4-2. Oh, no. 4-1-2-1-2. With Pele at Cam, Gerd and Eusebio if you want to use both of them, right? I'd use Gerd as a false nine. Does he have it? Nope. Gerd is a poacher, and then Eusebio is, I think, advanced forward is what he is. Beckenbauer, of course, is CDM. Or you could put, because you got Bobby Moore at center back as well with Carlos Alberto. Or you could put 2 of those 3 with Beckenbauer at center back, but I'd put him at CDM deep line playmaker. Right? Or CM deep line playmaker, whichever way. Or you put Carlos Alberto at right back and Beckenbauer and Moore. So you got a lot of decisions to add, and then you obviously add in sprinkle in a few of your top silver cards, and you got quite the silver squad. But yeah, some decent options there, right? And then going to these live events. I've already set up my squad here, and this is what I mean by a different flavor, right? I haven't been playing Rivals that much. I get my maximum rewards, if I even do. So far, I've gotten them done each time, but I don't push for it, right? Because now they've changed the rewards back. They're better now. But even if they're better, I don't ever force myself. Like, for instance, in these events, these competitive events, right? You have, 86 and below, I believe, or it's 85 and higher. So it's got to be 84 and below, right? And where do I not have that here? 84 and higher. 85 and higher. So where am I missing that? Oh, just my keeper, of course. So 84 and lower here. I'll put Yashin in there. 84 and lower here. And then and that's a season 1 Champions Excellence, which is weird because I thought this was going to be like you had to get a certain rank in champs to get in, and maybe I did, maybe I met it, I don't know, but it seems kind of weird. I thought this was going to be like an all-out challenge, and then it's like, no, it's almost the exact same thing as season 2, but there's some good rewards for season 2. So if you had to pick, I'd choose to do season 2 first, and this you got a little bit more time, it looks like, to do the season 1's champs excellence, but this one's the same thing. It's just you can have one 85 and higher player in your squad, and honestly, for me, I'm choosing Khan, right? I could either do that or I could go Agam Yang. You know what? No, but it helps me. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go Yashin here. You know what I'll do. Agam Yang is just such a monster. She's that good, guys. Or wait. 185 and higher. Never mind, I'm going Hansen on the right wing. Never mind again, I forgot I just picked somebody else up that I want. No way that I almost forgot. If you haven't played with this player, if you don't know who this player is, do your research. The best left-sided player in the game. I got the Perez from the hero pick, and I was using him, and he's not bad, guys. He's not bad, right? But he's definitely not like elite, and he's definitely not. This Miyama card is pound for pound one of the best players in the game, period. She is ridiculous, guys. I don't care about technical dribbling. She makes it look like it wasn't even nerfed. She is so good at finishing, her passing. Everything is brilliant. Throw a hunter on her. Free kicks, corners. Dude, she is unbelievable. There's not one weak spot. Yes, including defense. Right? That 60 defense, she'll track back and she's just so shifty. Attackers don't know what to do with her. She'll steal the ball with their foot before they even know it. She's ridiculous. So, yeah, she's going to be that player that I use. Unreal. Unreal. I wish she had Cam almost. Man, if I could add Cam to her, holy, she would be built for it. But she clearly didn't play Cam in real life, so I get it. So that's the squad, right? 84 and below. I'm going to finish these before I do any SBCs. Some big SBCs are coming up. You guys know Rashford SBCs coming tomorrow. So make sure you are ready to do that. Save your fodder if that Rashford card interests you, right? As far as evolutions goes, there's a bunch of good evolutions coming out. Make sure you're checking these. I've done a bunch of mine already, but make sure there's a Born to Shine keeper one. There's this new spooky striker, which takes a lower rated striker. I mean, it does do work. Look at this Gio Garbellini. 81 pace, 81 shooting, 80 or 63 pass. It's not gonna change the passing, but 81 pace, 85 shooting, 76 physical. Then right away from 81 to 88 pace, from 85 shooting to 86, right? 63 passing to 66. Defense even went up one there. And then that's where you finally end up, right? 87 shooting, 88 pace, 66 passing, 85 dribbling. This is actually not a bad little card right here. And then she has advanced forward plus, poacher plus, and fall, everything but target forward. Finesse shot. What's her weak foot look like? 4-4. What the heck am I looking at here? Rapid. Huh. 5'6", right-footed. Well, I don't know if I would choose her exactly, but like even that, look at that random card turns it pretty solid. Even if you just want to get a player kind of boosted for future evos, right? Take a look at it. This Shaw card in this Cornet looks really good too, for instance. So if I go all the way, 88 pace, 82 shooting, 83 dribbling, right? Doesn't look, I mean, that Garbellini card looks better than that, huh? This Shaw card looked pretty good too, if I remember correctly, right? Gets that shooting and passing at least a decent, again, for future evolutions. You just got to decide if you want to pay $20K for that, right? Some of the best ones that I've done, I'll show you real quick, just so you guys don't miss out going forward, man. Just to show you can do some great evolution chains. I have this Van de Ven card, right? He's excellent. Now he's got Jockey Plus. You see his defenses went up quite a bit. Dribbling, physicals even went up. Only reason I'm not playing him in this squad is for chemistry. Even this Agbado card, ridiculous Evo right there. And then I have a Camavinga card that's pretty ridiculous. Or did I have him on the pitch there? I can't remember. There he is. He's too high rated now, right? Started at 83 rated. I mean, look at that. That's a ridiculously good CM/CDM. So, again, just make sure you're not missing out on those Evos. There's some really, really good ones. This Havertz, I'm on my way to Evoing. Yes, I have him starting in this, and he plays well above his stats. He's such a physical presence out there. Again, it's not about overall rating, body type. accelerate type, all that. So just make sure you're not missing out on those evos. Make sure your favorite players are getting in them, and they could end up being back in your squad before you know it. So that's that for evolution. Just make sure you're checking those on a daily. SBCs we already talked about. Of course, we have some excellent SBCs. Rashford, for instance, coming tomorrow. Take a look at this. You have this campaign mix player pick right here. Right, I believe. Use squad builder. Let's see what squad is needed here. 83 rated squad and a team of the week player. Not bad at all. And that gives you 1 cornerstones or ratings reloaded player, right? Not many promos, but you get a player from one of those promos, right? So that's not bad for a lower rated squad. Of course, Pogba's out, Alba. Then, of course, you got all the hero picks. Then the icon pick between Scholesy, Pires, and I can't remember who was the third one. Scholesy, Pires. And then you have this, just the Max 87 icon pack. But I forgot the other one. Scholesy, Pires, and somebody. But I think Pires was the best choice out of that. I wouldn't go for the gambling packs at all. I've tried to test it out and show you. I know you guys know over and over and over again you get a bad player, but you're just hoping for a good one. I wouldn't go for it. Of course, Mbappe, there's a 92 rated Mbappe coming as well. You got these 2x79s. Rolfo, not a bad card, depending if you need, like, I would put her at left back, if anything, if you need a left back. Foden, who's ridiculous. His gold card's sick. Just again, not in need of this player in particular. I don't think they did that card very good either. I think they could have done it better where that was a highly sought after SBC. Carrasco, of course. There's a match day pick. Who is it? Luis Hernandez. That's right. That's not a bad pick either. That might even be the best. Luis Hernandez is a striker. Not bad at all. This is the new Bohoya card. Cam Bundesliga. You see a speed demon right there. Other than that, just mid-level stats. But remember, for chemistry style, you don't have to use a hunter on them or a hawk. You can use something like a Deadeye, and you never know, man. He could end up being a beast. Take a look at him with like a Deadeye or finisher or marksman if you want. Only 3-star weak foot. Does he have game changer though? He does not. Not very good on the playstyles at all. But nonetheless, that's there. Of course, the Pulisic, the Kane, Haaland, Dalvin, Busquets. So make sure you're checking those out. If there's any players you want to complete, make sure you know their deadline. And that's about it, right? That's about everything you need to know for Season 2. As far as, of course, there's always champs and rivals. But as far as these events we just looked at, you have these two right now. The Champions Excellence in the World Tour. Then we have Excellence Exhibition coming up. Screamers Tournament coming up. Right? Screamers from outside the box count as 2. So you get 2 points for every goal outside the box. Not bad. Join this daily refresh long range tournament and earn exclusive rewards. So that's pretty cool. Starts in 4 days. And then the Silver Lounge. Then we, of course, got the Silver Tournament too. That's not for a couple weeks. So there you go. This outside the box counts as 2. That's going to be pretty cool for sure. And then get these done if you want good rewards. We'll take a look at those objectives real quick so you can just see, is it worth it to grind those events or not. So here's a Champions Cosmetic Excellence. Play 30 and... Oh, this is the Champions Finals. That's not what I'm looking for. I was going to say, I was like, what? Here it is. So just a regular tournament. I mean, it's really just badges, and it has nothing to do with champs, so it's interesting that these are the only rewards, right? Doesn't really make sense to me, but whatever. That's how he did. Now here's some pretty good rewards, right? Play 1, boom, 85 rated striker, you're welcome. Mexican International from the Saudi League. Play 10, 3x 82 plus. Play 25. I can't believe it's only, like a cosmetic. Like, that's ridiculous. 25 matches. Mexican assist. Okay, there's a Lozano card. Interesting. Oh, he's a loan. Okay. So you get a lone Lozano, which you'll end up getting permanently at the end of the season. either way, whether you use the premium or not. He's not a part of the premium, so if you complete the season pass, you'll get him permanently. But if you want to preview him, there you go. There's a Marta, of course, on loan. This card's going to be so ridiculous, though, by the way, when you can get her permanently. She's going to be unbelievable. Great play styles, right? And now she has even better roles. I think that was her gold card didn't have, like, Shadow Striker. I think it only had maybe, I think just Playmaker. Now she didn't even have Playmaker on there. I could be wrong, though. I'd have to look. Right mid is an inside forward. Striker is a false 9. Beast of a player. She's insane on the ball. Another cosmetic. 50 goals, you get Fred. Don't sleep on Fred's cards. Right? As a holding CDM. Playmaker or holding a CM. You can even play Cam as a playmaker. I wouldn't put him there. I'd put him CDM or CM. Defensively, he's like a Conti. He's ridiculous. Right? Wait, what the heck? Win the Season 2 World Tour Cup event 5 times, so win it 5 times. You get Fred, but then if you score at least 1 goal in 50 separate matches in this event, you get Fred. So 2 chances to win Fred. That's interesting. I'm hoping that's a glitch. And then the group reward is 4 times 81 plus. These rewards are crazy. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. And then the Season 1 Champs group reward is fencing us player celebration. I don't know, guys. Up to you. If you want to grind it out. Of course, don't forget if you've been doing these, there's 3 more puzzles. You get this Lewis Skelly card. Can't play CDM, unfortunately, but it looks like there's some nice Evos. Maybe you could add that position. Who knows? But for right now, he's either a holding CM, or he could play a false back, left back, or you could put him at left back, or see him in any other roles, right? But interesting card there. Then, of course, this is what we have left. This Matthews card looks ridiculous, by the way. Right? Her silver card with an evolution. Look good. This card looks ridiculous. So that's that, guys. Decent season. I wouldn't give it like an A or an A+. Nothing crazy going on. We'll have to see what promos they come out with throughout Season 2. But honestly, I give Season 1 a B. I give this a D+ or C- this season. I feel like they could have done a much better job, especially being focused around one of the most popular countries in the world. Like, you don't have the World Cup license, that's fine, but I don't know. Doing nothing with R9 is craziness. Even if they made it like the same players, but you add R9 in there and you make it something absurd. Like, you make this insane silver R9, right? The best striker in the game by far, and then you make it like 1,000 games or, I mean, something. They could have done better for sure, but that's my verdict on it. You guys let me know what you think of the Season 2 content so far. I think this season's going to heavily rely on the promos that come with it. How long is this season? Let's check that out. What does it take us to? Season 2, 27 days. So it just takes us through pretty much to November or December. So then we start getting into the good stuff, the winter wildcard type of situation. We'll see what they change up with that. But that's my verdict. You let me know in the comment section what you think. As always, keep grinding, keep having fun. If this video was helpful or you enjoyed it, smash that like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Check out my YouTube bio for a ton of different ways you could support the channel and get some awesome stuff in return. See you on the next one. Peace.